Hello and welcome to the show. We are here today on BeamNG Drive with another challenge. This time around we're doing some obstacle course racing. I haven't done this for a while. It's very good fun. The way it works is simple. We've got two cars going for a one-lap race around Lime Rock. Well, if anything, going around an extended version of Lime Rock. However, dotted around the track are some obstacles. These obstacles are going to move and shift. They're not going to be like pulling out in front of cars, but they are going to be parked stationary, changing corners, making chicanes where there were none. I mean, we're racing around Lime Rock, ignore the glitchy trees. But this is like an extended version of Lime Rock. I presume it exists in real life, but I don't actually know, never seen it before. You kind of run wide at the first, run straight on from the first corner up this hill and navigate your way through the trees. Oh, there's a bus there. Longbo's just managed to pull that back. Now, the way this is working, because we're only doing one lap, it's quite a long lap, once they are past the obstacles are allowed to teleport themselves forward around the track to create new blocks as we go. There is going to be, there's the ball on the inside. As you can see, some automation cars were left on. Longbo did very well to get through there. So we've got some silly vehicles around the place. Stevie's doing a good job here, because Stevie is leading the way. It's not a big lead, but it is a lead for Stevie, and is the first one to find these vehicles parked at the circuit. Oh, Stevie's got a little bit wide. Lombo has kept it on the tarmac. Gliska has got a mega limo to block there. The attempt, I like the attempt at camouflaging yourself with the tarmac in this. Oh, this looks interesting. So the cars are on slicks that we are racing. They're all at 0.25 two-wheel drive in terms of power-to-weight ratio. You're going to navigate around this selection of stuff. There's like a chicane through the buses as they go. Longbo's made... Oh, no! Longbo's just clipped it. Oh, Longbo's just clipped it and it bent a wheel, I suspect. The race vehicles are allowed. Oh, Gliska's blocked that. Stevie is going to have to take to the grass. So the rules were the obstacle cars must leave a tarmac route available, but the racers can go where they please if they so choose to go alternate lines. Stevie's going to have to bail up around the alternate layout. Lombo is close. Stevie has just got it stopped and just got it turned. Of course, you don't really want to go across the grass unnecessarily because, well, you've got a slick-tired car. It is difficult to do, and there are more obstacles around the final corner. Stevie's done very, very well here and will navigate through the buses. Lombo put up a good fight, but in the end, it is going to be Stevie in the BX that will go through to the next round. Lombo's car looks very cool. Lombo still has a chance. There will be a spanner final. But yeah, Stevie is through to the next round. It was a good race. Only real thing, Lombo had one clip on a bus, and that was it. Well done. Well done to both of them. But yeah, that's what it's about. It's mad. It's very, very silly. So, we head on to our second heat. We have a Blazer in a Bowline, Amy in a Grand Marshal. They are quite different vehicles. The Grand Marshal will have a lot more power, but it's going to be considerably heavier. The Bowline can be difficult to drive at times, can be difficult to handle. We will see how this all pans out. They are off and underway. One of the other plus points for the Grand Marshal is it might well be able to push some of the obstacles out of the way if it needs to. If there is a collision, the Grand Marshal will probably come off better in it. Here is the first one. It is a narrow gap and it shakes the limo as it goes through, but it does fit through there for Amy. Now, I have seen this corner. This corner is nasty that they've got going on here. There is a gap through it. Amy has got to slow it down, has gone in way too fast. And what they've done is made it much easier for Blazer. Now, Amy they are allowed to reset. Amy has opted not to in this one, because you're going to lose time if you do. Amy has gotten going as we head around the next corner. It is a game of where will the next obstacles be, because they can and will teleport in front. However, nothing for this section as we head towards this next nasty off-camber corner. How much will the Grand Marshal be hurting from that damage? I don't know. Blazer can reel in a little bit down here, but there is some vehicles on the outside. There is the long boy. It's made a little chicane in the middle of what is already a nasty corner through here. Similar gap as we saw in the first round. Oh, what have we got going on up here? We've got one hell of a chicane. I see what Amy's gone for there, and it has been an almighty smash the limo out of the way, but I'm not sure it's worked quite. Rusky's got the old bumper car tractor. If you've not seen the automation streams, these vehicles may not be familiar to you. I see what Amy's plan was. I kind of respect the plan to a point. It's also not worked, and especially when you're in the lead, I'm not sure it's a good idea to go for that one, but never mind. As we head down this section, it's Blazer that's going to lead. Gliska marginally in the way down there. Ewan has kind of blocked off the normal route. Blazer's going for a gap there. They've both gone for that route. There is enough grip to make it through there. Oh, there is... So let's get it slowed down. Almost. Amy almost managed to use a bus to block Blazer's path. Oh, Grand Marshal, I think, got clipped on the limo. Spun the wheels getting going. Not sure why Rusky was over there. Oh. I mean, what's happened here is... there are limos hanging from the sky. That's not quite worked out. Longbow's truck is in the way. Blazer's going to... Oh, Amy sent it around the outside. Oh, and as Blazer tried to dodge to the inside, it's going to be the Grand Marshal that makes it through into the next round. Blazer crosses the line in second. That is unlucky. Amy sent it and was brave. Would be very easy to lose the back end going across the grass there. The Grand Marshal, I'm not sure it was the best of plans. That being said, it did work. It did work in the end. So, yeah. Fair play. Fair play. The Grand Marshal is into the next round. Blazer will have another chance, though, of course, via the Spanner Fighter. So, I am up in the next heat. I have got the Mr. Turbo cover. We are against Ewan with a Bastion. Normally it'd be me and a Bastion, but no, we've got the cover. I can already see them blocking. I'm expecting the Bastion... So I'm going to be lighter and more agile here. I'm expecting the Bastion to be a little bit faster at the top end. Oh, Ewan's already crashed. Okay, that helped me out. It does mean I'm going to have to be the... Oh, hello, Lamp. I see what you're going for there. You're going for blinding the opposition. That's quite cunning. Very, very sneaky. Quite cunning, though. They're coming up with new plans. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Oh, there's a truck there. I don't know where the Ewan has ended up. I mean, I'm on slicks, but I will have the momentum. So the rules where there has to be a gap on the tarmac, but if you want to go off-road, you are allowed to. So by putting cars there was a route on the grass to go for, which I was more than happy to go for. Oh no, I've locked it up. I maybe should have actually tried to push through the limo there. That would have been the better way to go. I should have just kept the foot down and gone for it. I didn't see the limo until it was way too late. Is there... Okay, I didn't know if there was a need to go on the grass there. There's an upside-down bus here. I'm annoyed with that one. I'm annoyed with that. What's my ABS is not working currently, which is unhelpful. I think I might have loaded this. I think I might have not saved my config after I fitted ABS. That would have not helped with the big lock-up and running wide moment. God damn it. We're going to need a Ewan mistake in this. We're going to need a big Ewan mistake, I think, for us to stand a chance here. Can't see any sort of like particular blocks for us. I'm going for a sort of pseudo line between both of them there. The lamp is very annoying. We will chuck it through the penultimate corner. I can't see anything. There's nothing over the crest particularly problematic. Oh no! We bounced. I had to send it. There was no other option for me but to send it to try and catch Ewan. It was going to be a off-track excursion to do it. Yeah. I had to try something at the end there to make it work. Couldn't quite do it. Disappointed. I think the Covet's got... I think we've got a chance at the Spanner final. I will make sure I have the ABS fitted that I wanted. Yeah. We launched it across the grass in the final turn to try and be sneaky in an attempt But in the end there, the truck was there and I had no control. The Bastion is through despite a poor start. We have got to do things the hard way. After much faffing around, we are ready to go. We have got Shados in a Lansdale, Rusky driving Venom. And this technically does fit within the regulation. I had a turbo taken off, but it does fit within the regulations. It's 0.25 and two-wheel drive. So it is here. Might be very fast. Automation cars are generally either very fast or very slow. We're not sure which way it's going to go. Probably be quite quick if it can handle well enough. The Lansdale is off and underway. Gets off the line a little bit better. Now Venom is going to run towards the first obstacle. Venom has made a choice that I wouldn't have made. Gone for the lowest part of the bridge, but has got through at least. As we round the first corner, this is what was taking ages, is the stacking. And Shados has been wise and been very wise. Oh, and Rusky had... Oh, dear. Rusky did not get that corner right. Shados made the right call, going on the grass to avoid this absolute mess. There is the next one that Shados will navigate, no problem at all. There is another one up ahead that is flexing away, but that's no problem at all for Shados. Now this corner on its own is pretty challenging. It is a nasty off-camber turn. Ewan is on the outside, ready to catch out anybody who wanders too wide. However, Shados is through. Problem for Rusky is Rusky has got to send it now. I think Rusky has given up and is going for the crash into as many obstacles as possible approach, which is not going to work, funnily enough, as we head towards the next hairpin. Oh, that is going to be, I said say the next hairpin, it's the next hairpin with an immense chicane in the middle of it. However, the Lansdale has successfully negotiated all of this, and by the looks of it has got a little bit of peace and quiet for a while until the next obstacles. I mean, there's a limo in the way, and when I say limo, I mean it's a gargantuan machine that's in the way, the Lansdale with a little bit of a slide. You see, it's just like popping in the old video games of obstacles. Now, is there going to be... Well, there was... Oh, some gap. Wasn't exactly a great gap left for them. I think that's why they despawned one. They didn't quite get it right. Not quite got the timing right. I mean, it is a little bit fiddly to get everything. Oh, that is... there's a gap to get through. Now, will there be a gap through here? Not... it's not too bad. It's not too bad for the Lansdale as it rounds the final corner. It'll be a run towards the line. Now, there is going to be a chicane of limos here, which is not too bad for the Lansdale to negotiate. Yeah, there's going to be a gap around the back. It will be in the end, comfortable victory for the Lansdale. That one is through. Where is Venom? Venom is taking out their frustration by crashing into everything along the way. I don't quite know the approach. It would have been a difficult one to catch up. Later on anyway. But yeah, Venom has just had enough, apparently. There we go. Shados is through to the next round. Rusky is into the Spanner final. We head to the final of our heats. We have Mika versus Gliska. Mika, the only one in a front-wheel drive car, I believe, which struggles off the line, but hopefully the Civic will be good handling. BX, we know they're a solid option. We will get the countdown going. We will see how these will fare. There is going to be, well, a lot of chaos, I am sure, as we get going. The plus point for being slightly slower off the line is, well, Gliska is going to hit the obstacles first and have to navigate through them. Okay, both have gone in that side. No one thought about trying to go around the back end of the pink limo. Would have been a bit of a gamble. You'd have to have been on the grass. But we get going up the hill towards... I've seen already what they're doing up here, and it's quite impressive. Gliska is wary on the way in. It is quite the monument of buses. There is a gap through there, and Gliska has made it work. Mika has decided to go around the outside and has found a way to make it happen. Has got through there and will get going out the other side. However, cannot quite get it going quick enough as Gliska will pull away slightly. I think the Civic made a good call. I think that was the way to go to save some time. There is another chicane of limos going on up ahead. Or again, Mika's opting for that route. you can make some time up. This one has been quite balanced between, you make some time up, but you lose time because you're struggling with traction on the dirt. Like, it's slightly quicker because you haven't got to turn as much, but there is a lot less traction. Oh, the long boy is trying to distract. Mika's sent it. The Civic's to the lead of the race. Well played. Spotted a gap. Is a risky gap, but has spotted it and went for it. Gliska has got more straight line speed, though, as we barrel down towards this next corner. Will there be obstacles? Of course there will be. Gliska sent that in very hard and struggling to make it stop, and Gliska's one right into the wall. We'll recover from that. We'll get going again. The Civic is off and away and has found a gap down there. Gliska will follow exactly in the same gap. This is where the obstacles have got to be clever with where they are placing their vehicles to try and make it so there isn't an obvious easy route through. Oh, that was a little bit close on the spawn in for the truck, but it's fine. It did fall over, but it didn't really have too much effect. The Civic is definitely not as quick, but so far the Civic has done better at getting through obstacles in alternate ways. Where are they going to go through here? Probably around the back of the bus. Yeah. Oh, there's a limo there, and they've both got in. Gliska has actually got away with that one. That was a very, very well placed limo. That was incredibly well placed limo. Unfortunately, it was actually quite light and was able to be shoved out of the way by a BX. That's going to go round the outside of the truck. Mika's chucked the Civic in. The Civic's gone very wide as we head around the final couple of corners. Gliska navigates through there. Mika's going to send it across the grass to the inside. We know it's bumpy. That's the bump that caused me issues. Mika's got a load of momentum. Will it be enough? Not quite. Good effort. Really good effort from the Civic, but Gliska will win. Civic is second. It made up all sorts of track at the end. Oh, that was obstacle course racing at its best. Kind of a shame, actually, they managed to push the long limo out of the way. It would have been very entertaining had they not. But yeah, they hit it with enough force. That's what I should have done when I got caught. I should have just kept going when I realised I was getting stuck and moved it. Very, very entertaining race. Well done to all the obstacles. And well done to Gliska. Gliska moves on into the next round. The Civic, I mean, it has a chance. It has a chance to progress via the Spanner final. So we head into the Spanner final. I don't know how this one is going to go, to be honest. Winner will go through to the next round. I feel like my cover is pretty good, but when we've got 5 cars racing, a lot can happen in this. An awful lot can go on between now and the end of the race. Do I want to be leading? I mean, it would be nice to lead. We're not going to match the power of the bolide that is going to go to the lead of this one. I'm just going to back up a little bit as we go through it. Now, there will be slightly less obstacles, slightly less people as obstacles, of course. However, because they can teleport, there still will be plenty of them around the track. There's always going to be something here. Ewan is going for, I should have gone for the inside. Should have gone for the inside. Someone is going to do it. No one did, surprised by that. We struggled to get the power down in the covert there, but we have got going now. We can use the cars ahead as a little bit of a kind of inspiration as to where we need to go. Oh, Longbow's in trouble. We have done much better at navigating through that mess of vehicles. Okay, we have got a lead in this. I've put my ABS on my car. Thank you, Ewan, for notifying me of a track obstruction up ahead. Oh, there is a limo. Don't get too much sideways. It's a Mr. Turbo covert. We know what they like to do. Okay, Mika is behind him. Mika may have gambled and gone. The thing is, like, Mika can gamble and go a little faster in some of these corners because they've got nothing to lose. They've got to get victory to progress. Whereas I can, I mean, I've got to get victory, but I can throw it away while having the lead here. I haven't seen any vehicles for a while, which makes me worry what on earth they are concocting later on in the lap. I'm looking for ways, and this does not look like there is a way through. Don't know what's destructible and what isn't. Both of those ways were about even in terms of time lost. I think it's better to go around the normal layout. I think the inside line there is no quicker. Oh, Covert, don't do that. The Civic is very close behind. The bus is there. We will go a little bit wide. Oh, didn't know where that was going to settle or if it was going to settle or not. We know there's a bump down there. We have Oh, I mean, we rather got... I mean, we rather got pushed wide. I'm not going to lie. We were, you know, rather nudged out of the way. Mika has taken victory in that one. I'm not exactly pleased with the manner of it. But yeah, like we were slowing because there was an unsettled limo on the top of it and we just got nerfed in the final corner. However, that will be that. And it's did well to catch up. We were being probably a little bit too careful in places. Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, maybe we should have been braver going into that one. But alas, it was a good showing from the cover. I think it was a good car. I think maybe the fact that I couldn't put the power down easily, it was, well, the Mr. Turbo, the nature of the turbo car, the turbo lag was a little bit dicey, which meant, yeah, I had to be a bit more careful at maybe times where I wouldn't want to be. But oh well, we are unfortunately eliminated. Up next, we have got the first of the semi-finals. We have Stevie versus Shadows. BX versus Lansdale. I don't know which way this is going to go. The BX is always very strong when there's an immediate obstacle for Stevie, although the BX probably launches a bit better, and indeed it does. Stevie will get across in front and will lead the way. Yeah, BX probably the car to have. Lansdale is pretty composed, and if there is going to be a battle of strength, Lansdale is going to win that one. Stevie with a big lead heading up towards the first real corner, and there is inevitably going to be a chicane of buses. I'm expecting... Nope, Shadows was not quite prepared to dart onto the grass. You can do it, and I was half expecting a Lansdale across there. The vehicle in second does often have an advantage of being able to plan a potential route through or an alternate route through. That is a big blockade of vehicles to try and negotiate. Now, down there is a big dip. We saw Longbow fall off there. Stevie with a big flick drift through there. Quite nicely done by the BX. It's close, though, between the pair of them as we run down towards this horrible off-camber corner that we've got going on here. There is a bus on the inside. It's going to force vehicles wide. There is... Oh, there's the long boy in the middle of the road. However, it is well dodged. There are more buses down here, not really in any place to cause major problems. That one spawned in a bit too late, but again, not causing any major problems as we run up towards the next corner. There is a limo going to force them onto a tight line. Not going to be any overtaking into this corner. Someone's brakes fading. I'm not sure whose that is. Whoever we're riding on board with. Oh, Shadows changed their mind a last second to get round the front of that truck, but has done it. It's still close, though, between the pair of them. It's not a big lead that Stevie is enjoying as we head into this next corner. Oh, Stevie's got a little bit wide. Just put a wheel on the dirt. Recovered quite well from it, though. That limo's a little bit too far back to cause any major problems. Now we have got one hell of a selection of vehicles. There is a gap through there, which Shadows has carried more speed, and the Lansdale is going to have a look to the inside as we head up towards the final couple of corners, really. That's a bouncy bus. There's going to be a gap to aim for around the back of it. Shadows thought about turning in, couldn't do it. They're both going to end up wide. Longbow has got position there. They're both going to dart across the grass because, well, there was nothing there blocking that particular route. This final corner is going to be interesting. They are going to have to go round. You can't... Oh, Stevie's gone too fast into it. Stevie pushing, trying to make it work, has gone too quickly. You've got to try, like, it's one quarter to go. You have got to try a little bit. There's a gap there, though, for Shadows, and Shadows will be through to the final. There will be... I like that thinking. It's good thinking from Stevie, but it was a bit too late, unfortunately. Yeah, Stevie had to push it into the final corner, trying to make up time. You don't want to go to the inside here because there's bumps that are going to jump you, as I found out. And yeah, Stevie just carried too much speed into the side of the bus, and they will be eliminated. Shadows is through to the final. A good race, a very good race, in fact. The second of the semi-finals, we have got Ewan in the Bastion versus Gliska in the BX. Again, I'm expecting good things from the BX. However, you never know. We've just seen the Lansdale come through. The Bastion is the bigger and heavier of the two cars. If there comes a need to push obstacles out of the way, the Bastion is going to be pretty strong at that. And sometimes being the car in second, there is an advantage. You can see what the leader is doing. how you can maybe make a gain on them as we head up towards this first real corner. They're both going to dart across to the inside. Oh, it's a bit of a hill there and a bit of a bump there. And that's why you've got to be careful when you make these big chicanes, because if you make them too technical and there are alternate routes, the racers are going to find them. That was a very technical chicane to aim for. Oh, there are some limos in the way here. Yeah, there's no sneaky way past in this one. There is going to be a bus and a van. Oh, Ewan gets big slide. Gliska also struggling. Both of them struggling for traction. Ewan losing the back end does well to gather that all up as we head down towards this horrible off-camber downhill corner. A real nasty turn, this one. There is just about a gap on the outside there. Ewan with a bit of oversteer mid-corner. Gliska's going to dart across. Ewan will follow. That is probably the way to go through there, although Ewan spends a bit too long on the grass. The Bastion just falling back a little bit. Ewan is going to need quite a good run somewhere. But what Ewan really needs, and Ewan's going to have to start taking risks, is a bit... Oh, that's too much risk there, Ewan. That's too much speed. As, you know, navigate through this next group of chicanes. Ewan's going to need a mistake from Gliska or to make a very good call somewhere that will probably involve some avoiding of an obstacle that... wasn't aware was avoidable, essentially. There's a little bit of a narrowing thing through here. It's nothing too bad to deal with. Like one limo on its own, what have we got going on here? Oh, there's no way of avoiding that. There's going to have to be some... You're going to have to go through the chicane to a point. Gliska does well. Ewan's got in way too fast. Gliska's across the grass up the hill. Yeah, Ewan is trying, but there is really only so much that you can... I say so much that you can do at this point. Around the final section we go. Bus was not quite in place in time. Ewan's out a little bit wide. The BX has got this one under control. There is a bit of a chicane here. Is Ewan going to fire it to the inside? Yeah. They are. They've not got bounce wide, but it's gone in too deep and smashes the outside wall. Gliska will take a victory, and the BX is into the final. Ewan, I respect the effort. I would have probably gone for the same. It had to be tried, but the Bastion is eliminated. Yeah, into the outside wall, trying to carry that speed. Surprised the bumps didn't kill it, to be fair, on the way in, but yeah, just too much. I don't know what's going on here, but the BX is into the final. It's the last of the semi-finals. We have got Mika's Civic up against Amy's Grand Marshal. Now, we are going to expect the Grand Marshal to get away from the line quicker and lead. The Civic is probably better on the grass. It's probably where we're seeing the Civic one its strongest characteristics. There are no vehicles, as far as we can see, down towards this first corner. We are expecting some to be on the first corner, as there always has been. What chicane have we got? Will it be a dart across the grass moment? No, it's not. Whoa, Amy's gone very wide on their own through there. Mika has committed to going across the grass and will now take the lead of the rail. The expectation is that there was going to be vehicles around there. We've got the blinding light of the lamp, and Gliska's tried with the split ramp, but the split ramp is a fun idea, but it's going to be real difficult. It's really easy to avoid that. It's real difficult to get a racer forced onto that one as we barrel towards this off-camber corner. See, I don't think the Civic is particularly fast. It's probably one of the weaker cars. However, it is, being front-wheel drive is that bit better on the grass, which can be really useful, depending on how the obstacles have aligned themselves here as we head towards this next corner. There is nobody on the hairpin. Amy is caught up a little bit. There's a little wedge in a wall. That's not positioned correctly, but never mind. We've got blinding from the lamp that is surprisingly effective. However, there's nothing really to have to worry about dodging down here. There is the long boy in the middle of the corner. Amy's gone across the grass. It was a good move from Amy there to a point. Mika's going to be on a funky line, though. They're both going to come out of that surprisingly equal, as it is a drag race down towards onto the you know, proper lime rock section. Both going to have to go on the brakes. Not going to get around the normal line there. The limo in the way. The limo kind of ruined the plan of the split ramp on that. What has gone on over here? I don't know. Why there is a bus making a vertical monument through there as we head around the penultimate corner. There is one more turn to go. They avoid the split ramp. Oh, there's a truck there. Both of them have skated through on the outside. It's going to be a drag race to the line. Who has got the straight line speed? There's a limo in the way. Amy's launched it over the ramp. Will the Grand Marshal roll across the line? It's upside down and does. Amy takes victory. And it will be Mika across the line in second. What a launch. That could have gone so wrong in so many ways. The Grand Marshal fires itself into the final. What a jump. What a jump. I was not expecting that whatsoever. That was proper movie-esque right there. Well done, Amy. It's into the final. All we need is for it to be on fire and you've done the Clint Boyer. But there we go. The Grand Marshal has made it. That was one. The final has got a lot to live up to now. It's time for the final. We have got, we wouldn't have picked these as the finalists at the start, but we've got Liska's BX, Amy's Grand Marshal, and Shados's Lansdale. What is going to be able to take victory here? This is going to be a 2-lap race. They are going to have to survive for 2 laps of this long lime rock circuit. We are off. We are underway. It's a good start for the BX, although it does just mean the BX is going to find the obstacles first in this one as we head towards, oh, it's a bit crowded down here. Amy looks for a way past, not going to be able to. There is, yeah, this is the thing. You've got to pick and choose how you place your obstacles, because if there is a faster route on the tarmac, the cars are going to take it. Sorry, on the grass, the cars are going to take it. You want to leave the tarmac be the faster route, but be inconvenient. Ultimately, like that one there, for example, because of the tanker, it was just a, we're going to go on the grass now. Gliska continues to lead as we head up the hill. A little bit quieter in terms of obstacles around here for now. Tanker's in a bit of an annoying spot there, but everybody negotiates that one, no problem at all. It'll be a flat-out blast down the hill towards this horrible off-cambered corner. There is a limo there. Oh, Glissa's gone in too hard. Glissa's gone in too fast. Both of the others are going to be in trouble. Glissa's going to have to reset. He's a little bit wedged, I think, in the limo. Is going to get going again. It's not completely over, though. Gliska is going to lose a bunch of time. But this is a 2-lap race. A lot can happen between now and the end of the race. I don't know why the two long boys are making a narrowing gap there. Oh, you're going to have to negotiate the tanker, negotiate the limo. Gliska's car, this is already making up some time here. It's not too far back considering what went on here. If it was a 1-lap race, you'd say that car's in a lot of trouble, but for a 2-lap race, there's definitely enough to make something work. Grand Marshal leading the way here. No obstacles so far. Now we head towards this narrow section. You're going to have to be a little bit careful. There's a little bit of a bump on the long boy, but never mind. Has been negotiated through there. The BX, a little bit of desync, has lost a wheel, but I'm going to presume hasn't actually lost a wheel. Both are going to commit to... Oh, Amy's in trouble. What's gone on with the Grand Marshal? Just went straight. I guess he must have clipped something and got a punctured tyre. Maybe a curb punctured a tyre, or clipped an obstacle on the way past and punctured a tyre. Because as we head towards the end of the first lap, Gliska is right back in the fight here. Shados leads the way as we now round the final corner. Will there be obstacles on the start-finish line? Possibly. Nothing major, though, as everybody manages to negotiate them. Gliska on the grass, across the line. One more lap to go. There is that Grand Marshal, sorry, a little bit further back. Lansdale leads all the way down this straight. It's a long straight here for the cars. Up the hill. Will there be any obstacles on this nasty blind corner? No. Been surprisingly kind. There are here. There is the attempts at blinding from the long boy, but doesn't do too. It's not as bright as the lamp. That one. Not as bright as the lamp. Oh, we have got an obstacle here. Shadows as well to avoid that one, as does Gliska. There's the Grand Marshal. There it is. It's still with a shout. There's no... It's a little further back, but it's definitely not out of this one, depending on what you find obstacle-wise. The tanker's out wide. Everybody has got stopped and turned for that. Oh, Shadows is going to have to opts to go wide, but I don't think that's the faster route. It's possibly faster if you commit to it, although Amy committed to it, was faster through a while, but is still stuck on the grass. Gliska's got a good run. The BX is now to the lead of the race as we break into the hairpin. Oh, the Lansdale is going to launch it across the grass, but will struggle. Will be out wide on the exit there. BX is still not... I mean, the wheel is flapping. Ignore that. That's some desync. Gliska's going to go for a normal overtake here to the inside. The Grand Marshals rejoin. Gliska's pass struggled to stop. Lansdale's tried to fight back on the with sort of a cutback. Sorry, I just wouldn't have known Amy was there having a look. It is now side by side. Amy's made contact with the BX as we head into the final section. All three across the grass to avoid the bus. Though all three will take the normal line. It's much faster at Lime Rock here. It is the Lansdale that continues to lead the way as a tanker in an awkward spot, but again, you'll just have to go wide. You don't want to have your wheels on the grass for too long here if you can help it. Will the BX be able to make up enough time? Will there be a gap through here? Lansdale slammed on its brakes. Gliska had to try and go for it. Clobbers the side of the long boy. It's going to be... Oh, it's into the next one. It's going to be Shados that's going to do it. Committed to the grass early on, and it made it work. It will be Shados that claims victory. It will be Amy in the Grand Marshal that is second. Sneaky from the bus. Gliska, a bit unlucky. I think Gliska, was third coming into that final section. Had to send it. Had to try and go for the gap and commit to some speed, and it just didn't quite come off. A legitimately very, very good race between all three of them. And there you have it. It will be Shados that takes victory. The Lansdale is victorious in this one, ahead of Amy's Grand Marshal. I just say Gliska may have lost a tyre at some point. I don't know whether that was at the end. It is unfortunate for the BX. It was one hell of a race, though, I have to say. Yeah, obstacle course racing at a elongated Lime Rock. Didn't really know this layout existed outside of this map. I presume there is a real version, a real track layout like this. Never really seen Lime Rock look like this. But yeah, it was good fun. It was very good fun indeed. Gutted about the covert. I think ultimately its power delivery was a little bit too dicey to really compete when you've got to deal with some of this stuff. But yeah, obstacle course racing, always a lot of fun. That though is going to be it from me. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.